how big is this image? This is a question that comes up a lot as my clients are populating a website. Now, first of all, I have the ability to set good defaults. So if you feel like as I've built the site, there should be an image size that's different throughout, and it would be easier to reset the defaults, certainly let me know. But for the most part, as you're creating assets for a site, there's a really quick way to figure out what size image you need. So most images on the web are inline content images. They just use the image tag. And when that's the case, you can just click and drag a file from any website and drop it on your desktop. And then open it up in Photoshop and check out the size, do whatever you need to here, just replace this image. Sometimes you get background images, which are a little bit harder. If there's a masthead that has text over it that you need to replace, those are a little bit different. So I don't have a great example of that here, but this dotted image here is a background image. So in order to see the size of a background image, you can tell if it's a background image if you can't click and drag. It tries to highlight the text on top. But we're going to grab the size of the background image here at the developer tools. Now, if you use Safari or Firefox or whatever, all the browsers now have these developer tools, but Chrome is what we're using now. So I'll open up the dev tools, and then there's this inspect button. This lets you highlight different areas of the site, and it'll highlight the image tag or whatever you happen to be clicking on, the navigation. You see it just changes what's highlighted down here. So this is the HTML, and then these are the styles that are associated with it. So in order to get this background image, I'm going to highlight what looks like the header element here and click on this. Now you'll see that this container class is selected and there's no background image on that element. But if you just go up the tree to find out what other divs this is a part of, you click on the header here, which is right outside the container, and I've got this white dots class. So you can see this is the image that's used as the background element. So if you right click on this one now and say open link in new tab, then you've got the image element just like we had before, and you can drag it over here and open up that in Photoshop and get all the information you need from there. One more trick I want to show you is that you can take a screenshot of anything to get an approximation of the right size. Now remember, things change size on responsively designed sites, so these images are getting bigger and smaller as the site expands. So make sure you have a really wide picture of the site when you're trying to get these sizes. But if you hit Command-Shift-4, that gives you a crosshair cursor that lets you take a screenshot of a particular element. So with that, you can highlight just a bit and then see next to the cursor the dimensions of the screenshot you're about to take. So this Walmart logo is about 250 by about 100, and that will get you a really close to the right size that you need. So then if you just let go and hit escape, you don't even have to take the screenshot. That'll just give you the dimensions. But if you do hit Command-Shift-4, draw it, and then drop it, it'll put a screenshot on your desktop that you can open up in Photoshop.